Okay, hello everyone, welcome back. We now have your commentators on the stage themselves, ready to race each other. So welcome back, Zaruvyen and ninjembro. I'm Drossi here with Proa now.
Welcome. Yeah, we're into the quarterfinal stages of this fine tournament. Winner of this match will play the winner of Andy and Jamo in the semifinals tomorrow. So we'll see how our runners do here, and we are off.
Yeah, and I don't know the exact cash payout structure, but the winner of this will absolutely be going home with some money.
Yes. All right, and Uncle asking, are we in go mode yet? Well, we're going to find out. Like, hopefully it's a fast go mode.
Wow, 3 crystals in the light world, including 5-6 on Desert and Eastern.
Yeah, so the early game here could really send our runners in a couple of directions as far as those are concerned.
But you love to see 3 crystals in the light world.
Oh, yeah. So, Uncle, we're just robbing a dead man of some money.
Yeah, maybe someday we'll get something that isn't money.
Well, a broken heart or a full heart there in the chest, so health and money leading off here.
Well, we take a little bit of extra health, why not?
We welcome, of course, all of our viewers watching on Speedgaming 2 here. Thanks for continuing to support this back-to-back A Link to the Past race. And, of course, our beloved peanut gallery behind us. And I'm sure there will be more coming in, especially if the World Series turns out to be a blowout.
And as people get back from dinner.
Of course.
It is dinner time here on the East Coast.
Yeah. All right, so a little bit of love there in the chest, standard key. We got Flareon and we got Link.
And we've got some nice Golden Sun music to groove to.
Ooh, both of them passing up on the full magic container there. They're not feeling it's needed. Right.
Lots of money.
Yeah.
So I know Zaruvyen beat Ikir earlier today. Do you happen to remember who ninjembro beat?
I do not know. But nevertheless, I probably could find it. But yeah, nevertheless, yeah, both. It has been a dead sprint for the last really 72 hours for these runners. It's like that's the fun part of this kind of setting of the tournament setting is you have to play a lot in a short period of time, and you're really going to kind of be feeling that mental endurance after about 2.5 days of this.
Yeah. And ninjembro knows what it's like because 2 years ago he actually made it to top 4 in this tournament, so had to do the same thing. Zaruvyen, this is, I'm pretty sure, as deep as he's gotten.
Yeah. Chat's saying it was a coin chaser.
Ah, okay, right.
So, so yeah, our runners pretty close in sync. ninjembro just a slight lead here in these early goings, and we'll see if our runners can get under 5 minutes here. That's always the benchmark you hope to achieve.
Now that we have fast ROM. In the old days with slow ROM, that was not going to happen.
Right.
Yeah, we haven't seen the map yet, so that's hiding in one of the chests in the back.
Yep. Which of the last 4 it will be remains to be seen, but and I'm sure our runners will be keeping that in mind as a kind of a heads-up play. So we're going to have a little trouble getting to the side there. Flareon finally pushing through.
So here's our next chest, Dark Cross. More junk. Haven't really seen anything useful yet. Hopefully CAC will be loaded because, with those 3 crystals, including both 5-6 crystals.
Right.
You kind of expect the game's going to have you beating dungeons quickly.
Right. If nothing comes out of CAC that could conceivably be the next option here, because CAC is usually the standard play, but if nothing's coming out here, knock on wood, you know, we'll see. But here we go, 3 big chests. What do we got?
Oh, there's the map. Ooh, glove. Glove's nice.
Glove opens a little bit, nothing in logic per se, but yeah, it's gonna get our runners thinking about a few things.
Yeah, we can rescue Old Man in the dark.
Right.
Probably not our top priority by any means.
No, but it is certainly worth considering.
It does put Zora in logic, and we've been getting a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of hope that maybe... Oh, Bloomerang. Can check the stun prize at least. But yeah, we kind of hope that we get enough money in CAC so that when we do our South Shore checks, we can just route in Zora at that point.
Right, yeah, make it straight and simple. All right, so we got our Bonk Rocks check. What do we got here?
More junk.
That's I think our second piece of hearts. So, race I did this morning between Specs and Purdy Wong, that was like nothing but pieces of heart early. Like they had, I think, 10 or 11 within like 30 minutes. It's like, wow.
Okay, two tree pullers hearts, and Zaruvyen is going to skip Scouting Lumberjack.
All right, well, let's see what we get out of here with ninjembro and...
Ooh, sword on Lumberjack. Better hope we find some others.
Yeah, and that by itself not required, but does leave one with pause.
I once saw a seed where, like, 2 swords were behind the tablets, and there was a sword on Lumberjack, so you actually did have to get one.
Wow. Well, that's a troll seed.
Yeah, it's pretty unlikely, so hopefully they can find 1 or 2 other swords.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Zaruvyen, okay, nothing. Oh, now he's gonna reverse, gonna do a reverse here on me.
So he's probably planning to skip CAC then if he's routing this way.
Yeah, and it's an interesting kind of mindset, but with no explosives. Or
Oh, he's gonna climb the mountain. Interesting.
yeah, okay.
No, or
Well, now he might. All right, so ninjembro got a couple of bombs to take care of the northern bombable walls.
right here in Blind Sutton and Cackwell. But I mean, it will give Zaruvyen a save point.
Yep. Okay, another piece of heart. There's more bombs. That takes care of everything else. There's the boots, or what would have been the boots.
Which have no logical implications anyway.
Right. So
Got a shield.
Yeah.
Nice plastic Fisher-Price shield.
Yeah, there's 500 on the nose. It's going to pay off Zora right now if he so wished, but there's still more checks to be done. And just 20 bucks from the old man. A nice reward for, taking him home.
And Ruby apparently really just wanted to make that save point because he didn't even scout Spec Rock.
Yeah, at that point, I think you did all that. You might as well just, for the sake of curiosity. But that's not a thing here. All right. Nothing so far in the well.
Yeah, CAC is... Okay, mitts. Hook shot.
All right. Well, see, just, proving us wrong.
Hey, out of logic, we could go up to the mountain and Super Bunny cave.
Yeah, good. There's the 4th piece of hearts, so ninjembro jumps to 6 hearts there.
And Ruby is heading off to the Saha Eastern area.
Yep.
No bow, though, so unless one shows up, we're not beating Eastern. But we're sure getting a lot of arrows.
That was the case in the specs. Purdy Wong is like, just arrows, 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 and 20 bucks. Like, it seemed like the scene didn't have any other ideas. Saha. Ooh.
Flute is... Well, that puts the mountain in logic for all that.
Right. And good impetus to go back to CAC and finish that off. And, with the morning race, that was the decider with Saha's Closet because that had the hook shot, and that turned out to be the difference maker.
I would expect with this loadout that we see either the hammer or the mirror relatively soon, because we've put most of the mountain in logic, but not Hera.
Yeah, yeah. That would track, yeah. Alright, so Ninjembro is going south. Zaruvyen's going to clean up CAG, but yeah, has the advantage of the flute. We'll see how long that remains a thing.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see if Ninjembro goes to the mountain out of logic or goes to Saha. Oh, there's the lamp. Okay, mountain's now in logic even without the flute.
Right. So no dark room troubles for our runners in this seed. That's nice.
And it does seem like the game really wants us to go to the mountain now with giving us all that stuff.
It would appear that way, yes. So Ninjembro is going to take on Mini Moldorm Cave, another 5-item run through.
Yeah, and hope he can get 94 gold rupees, rather.
Well. No, we got some love. There's arrows.
And there's
more.
First bottle. While Ruby, of course, collects the mitts and the hook shot.
Right. Another piece of heart, so that's up to 7 for Zaruvyen, and I'll rise for the Hyrule National Anthem.
And here's our look at Ice Rod Cave. I would expect Ninjembro to charge a water walk and start doing flipper checks.
Yeah.
More health.
Well,
we're very healthy.
Yeah, thus far, lots of hearts and heart pieces, and 2 full heart containers, and just enough odds and ends.
I do want to see what's in Zora, so hopefully these runners can get a little bit more cash.
And Ninjembro is
not even scouting Lake Hylia Island. Maybe he's just assuming he won't have the money. He has the money, though.
He has the money.
Now you got to do Zora.
Yeah. And throws in his empty bottle into the wishing well and gets a blue potion for it. So nice, nice getting that for free.
Yeah, very kind fairy today. What's on the ledge here? Just junk.
So even as a one-off, this is, you know, it's 500 rupees well spent. We hope.
Well, we don't have too much to spend money on, Kiki. Oh, not even taking the shield. That's how much the shield costs at the Curiosity Shop, though, so it's an even deal.
Yeah. So, all right, well, he's going to do King's Tomb. Good idea. With the Titan's Myth, that's a easy call.
Yeah, and then I bet he does the mountain.
Yeah. Lot to be done. Oh, no.
Yet another additional heart from pieces. So that means we found 8 pieces already.
Yeah. Does he turn in the bottle, or is that a little too much of a... Yeah.
Yeah. No. Nope.
Nope.
Going to the mountain. I guess once he gets the flute, maybe he'll do it, but that's a ways off because we're first gonna do a lot of checks on the mountain. We have
and could finish Hera outright. So
we still need either the hammer or the mirror to get to the entrance.
Oh, that's right. You're right. Yeah.
Oh, Sick Kid just gave us a bottle.
A bottle for a bottle.
Nothing like a bottle-locked bottle. Now, again, as I was saying, it wouldn't surprise me if either hammer or mirror is here on the mountain.
Right. Zaruvyen, yeah, is going to take full advantage of that hook shot, and Ninjembro is actually going up. Zaruvyen neglected this the first time up and neglecting it again.
Okay, nothing on the rock.
But in the rock,
Another bottle.
with a fairy in it, probably not.
No, we're not going to see bottle percent today.
No. More arrows and a cane of Samaria.
Doesn't do anything for us now, but it's nice to get it out of the way.
Yeah, and that's one item that will not be part of the end game. So change of clothes, some bombs, the pearl.
So that's Dark World access.
Yep. $5.
Yeah, I was honestly expecting either the hammer or the mirror before the pearl.
Yeah, it would stand to reason, you know, given how this generally works. There's a piece of heart up top, another vanilla item, and so time for Spiral Cave.
Oh, but I just realized, we do have, well, Zaruvyen has Mire area available. We don't have a medallion to get into Mire, but the Samaria is what made me think of it.
Yeah, I can certainly check the shed. It's just 2 items, but
And I think while you're up here, you do Super Bunny Cave.
yeah, especially with the hook shot. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. And we have the Moon Pearl, so you can even do... Oh, nope, we're out. Huh. Yeah.
Ninjembro might.
Right. With the Moon Pearl, we can also even do Hookshot Cave.
Right.
But Ruby really wants to see that Mire area.
It's interesting. Call it his part. Okay, so we got. Okay, so
Green pendant, TR, pendants at Ice and Skullwoods, and I did not catch what that medallion was.
I don't think I saw it either.
It was like he just barely had it on the edge of the screen.
Yeah.
So we might not need to go on an ice rod hunt tonight. Okay, there's a sword.
All right, so that takes Aga pretty much off the table.
Yeah, worst case scenario, we're doing Master Silverless Ganon.
What were we asking for, like a 70-minute seed before this race? Like, they must have heard us.
Hey, it could be really fast to Ganon, and then we spend 10 minutes in Ganon.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Okay, there's our other boomerang.
$20. Quick check on the medallion here, and just as bombos.
Just to note, it was Ice, not Mire, that was the third pendant.
Right. Yeah, it was right. That's right. All right. So piece of heart. Ooh, red mail. So fully armored. And literacy.
Okay, so we could be desert now.
Yep.
That's an interesting option.
Yep. But he opts for Ninjembro opts for Sank entrance.
There's the mirror, okay.
Okay, and C-shaped house.
So now we have Hera access.
Right. They can do this.
Yeah, of course. The big chest is locked behind the hammer, and we just got the small key already, so
Yeah.
we know that's one check we won't be able to do here.
Barring the hammer actually showing up here,
Which is not unheard of, but... And the front of Thieves is pretty junk so far because there's going to be at least, at most, one item in the front because we still have to get the big key here.
Mm-hmm.
Which means it's very likely that there is an item in the big chest.
There's a big key. Alright, so Ninjembro.
Ooh.
Well.
Okay. Very intriguing. We can now do all of our Light World crystals.
Correct. whether they do them right now or okay, there's item number 1 in Skull Woods, but whether they do them now or if they're hoping for doubles. Spot can be doubled. Meyer can be doubled. So, do you go for that temptation?
But if Meyer Medallion is sitting inside Desert, for instance...
Yeah. Alright, so 1 item already for Ninjembro Half Magic in Skull Woods. What's if item number 2 pops up? There's the big key.
But he's gonna make the full circle.
Yeah. There's the bomb, or there's the key, excuse me.
Yes, Ruby has the bomb as he bombs the ceiling.
Yeah. It's a piece of heart in the tower.
There's the second item, okay.
So all set there with the item count, just, he's not going to save and quit because things go straight for Thieves Town and Village of Outcasts.
Yeah, he grabbed a small key there just in case he needs to beat Moth. We haven't actually checked Ped.
True.
Oh. Looks like Ruby found a mushroom in Thieves. I missed that.
Yeah, another fetch quest in our future. Ninjembro about to get the mirror.
Okay, so we haven't found the compass, so it's actually 50-50 now that the compass is what we're abandoning in the big chest.
Well, no doubt, Zaruvyen's like, please, please, please. There's a few things worse than double dipping for 1 item, and it's that item.
Yeah, well, and Ninjembro's going in too, so they're both going to be in the same boat.
Right. And this totally makes sense as far as a choice is concerned, just because it's here and you can finish it. You can't fully complete it, but you can pretty much finish it.
And it's a crystal.
8 and 9.
Okay, so I think we managed to get all the items out of Thieves and just left the compass there.
So 2201 for Zaruvyen on the board.
Oh yeah, he did. Right, it was the bow that was the important item in the front. Yeah, we didn't see the mushroom.
Right. Yeah, the bow, yeah. Alright, so...
So, what do we even still need? We obviously need the hammer.
Fire Rod.
Do we need Fire Rod?
Skull Woods.
No, Skull Woods is a pendant. That seems to be mismarked.
Oh,
but
okay.
Skull Woods is absolutely a pendant.
Oh, I see.
We need flippers, obviously, for Swamp.
Right.
We'll need the Meyer Medallion.
Mm-hmm.
But we're getting pretty close already.
Yeah.
There's our 4th bottle.
Yeah. I was like, well, I'm in the neighborhood, so why not? Alright, so Zaruvyen's gonna do the cycle here.
Yeah, well, you got Mitts and Mirror, might as well do Smith Chain.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the book, so he won't be able to check Bombos. Ninjembro can check Bombos, but won't be able to get the item because he doesn't have the Master Sword out of Meyer Shed.
Right. Yeah, he still hasn't gone to Saha yet, but though I think that's going to change after this recent sequence of events, because now you got the bow, and, these can be... I know, again, you like to do the doubles, but I'm not necessarily sure it's something you should be forcing upon yourself, but, certainly can knock out the 3 Light World dungeons.
Yeah, and if Hammer, Flippers, and Quake show up in some of these dungeons that we can do, and they're just on the path, we could be in go mode very quickly.
Agreed. Yeah, you know, and with these kinds of situations, like, you know, sometimes it's best to just go with the direct path, like, finish what's in front of you. But Zaruvyen not interested in that hard.
Uh-oh, did he just...
Yep.
Yep, he just ditched the purple chest.
I think so.
That's why you don't want the portal to be too close to where you leave the chest.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That is... unless Zaruvyen knows something we don't, but I don't think so.
Yeah, because the chest was left in the light world, so we don't have an invisible chest situation.
Right. So our first look at Hype Cave here. Okay, well, we got more money. Money. Dude, come on.
Well, we can sure afford that fire shield now.
Yeah.
Oh, and ninjembro did beat Thieves Town, by the way.
Yeah, 24:50. So yeah, about a 3-minute difference on the clear time, but our runners gone in somewhat different directions with their routing. Thus far, Zaruvyen has the item advantage, thanks in part to that flute.
I don't recall Ruby getting flippers. Is he... I mean, having pulled Dam, that would seem to indicate he thinks he has flippers.
Yeah, what the...
No, he doesn't.
No, he
okay.
doesn't. It's like, all right, one of us lost our minds here, and
it was the runner, not the comms.
well, we've lost our minds, just, you know, not on this.
Okay, so back we go to Mire area.
I think this is going to be back entrance into desert.
Yeah, and checkerboard and Aegina probably.
Yeah. So Ninjembro's going to take the crystal with on a walk.
And we'll find out from him what's on Bombos. So that'll be new information.
And we are underway in desert.
I like the track.
Yeah. Kind of got a little bit of that old-time Zelda kind of feel to it. You know, this is Golden Sun. Reminds me of a particular Zelda track, and I can't put my finger on it. Big key.
So small must be in the big chest.
Yeah.
It's the kind of run back and forth layout.
Yeah. Stumpy with bombs. I always knew he was an anarchist. Alright, small key.
Okay, Ruby is gonna beat land mode since we have to do it anyway, and if it drops an item, then we could potentially not have to clear the whole right side.
Right, yeah. It's not ideal, though. Clearing right side actually doesn't matter too much, because even if you have to, then the next thing you're probably doing is just going straight for Aegina. Take care of that little bit of business. Ow, Zaruvyen getting zapped from behind there. Toasty tail now.
We're gonna do NMG strats here since we have the bow.
Right. So Ninjembro heading west also.
He's doing the invisible chest trick.
He's doing the invisible chest check, and well, the thief, his 20 rupees was worth a lot more when he was stealing. Now it's like, you know, the cost of inflation. What can we say? Ooh, good, had the right idea, just couldn't get the setup to work. And a couple of missed shots there.
And Bombo's medallion is just another piece of heart, like we haven't found, as is Desert Ledge. I mean, what the heck?
I know, it's like, I think that's over half of them we've seen. Our runners have had the impetus to skip, or the means to skip 3 or 4 of them. It's like, okay. Ooh, Samaria Strath, love it.
Yeah, and then Lanmo immediately jumped in the other direction.
Right, of course, and Zaruvyen kind of laboring a little bit here. There it is.
Okay, what do we got? Bombos! Okay, we can open TR. We probably don't want to open TR. But we can go into TR.
And even do a little damage while we're in there. But yeah, we can open TR. Don't necessarily want to because it's a green pendant, but still a pendant. Oh, if the chat's correct, we can't open it, no hammer. But
oh right, yes, have
that little that little sketchy detail.
Would be interesting if we wind up with a hammer go mode seed.
I haven't seen one of those in a while. Well, there's our second item, a bug catching net. Zaruvyen up 2-1 on the crystals. Ninjembro should have crystal number 2 in the next couple of minutes, I would think.
Especially since he knows Lanmo has an item, he wants to get it.
Right.
Okay. So here's Checkerboard Najina from Ruby.
Nothing there, and a checker.
Yeah, I feel like with that bow, the runners should be converging on Eastern soon.
That would stand to reason. I mean, either Light World Dungeon's still in play, and looks like Zaruvyen is going to head north to Tower of Hera. Again, either way it works, but yeah. Eastern, I understand why they'd kind of stay their hand, just on the off chance you bag.
He's doing Dark Death Mountain first.
Oh, well, again, makes sense with the mirrors, so yeah.
Right, that's 6 items. He hasn't checked them yet, so that's
Right.
his biggest density. Whereas for Ninjembro, if he does Saha Eastern, that's 6 items for him.
Right. Although, as soon as, in his mind, like, the flute is like, logically, from a strategical standpoint, you're like, all right, well, first, do these dungeons, and then we'll talk about the flute. All right, one more Landmo for Ninjembro, and there it is.
Okay, up to 2 on the crystal count.
33 on the nose.
So that is Ninjembro's Bombos. And I believe... Okay, right, there was red mail in Hookshot Cave as well, and otherwise the book's the only particularly interesting thing we got out of there. So he can check Ether. He's on the mountain. He can get over to the Hera area, so we should see him pull Ether. And looks like with that portal location, we're going to see Ether before Hera. Nope. Oh, he never scouted Spec Rock, right. He made a point of skipping it this whole time. I'm not sure he even knows yet about the bottle in Spec Rock Cave. Ether is junk, so the book did 0 for us. And Ninjembro is going to Eastern before Saha. So it'll be a bit longer before he gets his flute, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, it would shock me if he doesn't go in there. We see one item in Harris. Surprise, surprise, piece of heart. Haven't been getting enough of those this seed. There's the Hera Big, so we just hope that the second item isn't in the basement. There's an ice rod that we really hope we don't need, sitting in the first check of Eastern. There's the small key. So now it's 50-50 about whether the map or the second item is on Moldorm.
And our runners know full well that you don't want it to be the other one.
Could take a nice coffee break. Or a Coca-Cola break, it looks like.
Yeah. Well, Master Sword at least makes this easier. It's only 3 charged swings. Uh-oh. Okay, there it is.
Yeah. The single arrow, but hey, at least we know we've seen both items in here. Ruby's a bit amused. Oh, hello, Hammer.
Hello. Well, I think we just got a double here.
Okay, so we are just looking for Quake and Flippers now.
Yep.
Though Ninjembro, of course, still needs to get that flute, and Ruby will need the hammer.
Right.
But yeah, I have to imagine Ninjembro has the mirror, so he'll probably go to Pod Portal after this, and then mirror and check Saha on his way into Pod.
That would be my assumption as well, yeah.
And I guess Ruby's gonna dip Skullwoods.
Right, that's right, he didn't do that.
And completing this will also give Ninjembro Pyramid Fairy, and we haven't seen that area at all.
No.
Oh, Quake. Okay, Eastern is the answer, clearly.
Yeah, clearly. I mean, man.
As soon as Ninjembro gets that flute from Saha, he will be go -1.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
technically he needs the sword, but he'll do Mire Shed when he goes to Mire.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's not in dispute.
Oh, he's doing Saha before Pod.
I mean,
okay.
I kind of understand that. Like, you know, it's a bit of also kind of a time thing. Well, I gotta, do the mirror thing and then all that. It's like, ugh.
Right, he doesn't have the flute to flute back to 5, so
right.
You might actually go activate the flute now and then flute to 5.
I think
yeah.
I think you're right. There you go. There you go. All right, so 3-3 on the crystals. Ninjembro's done Eastern, Zaruvyen's done Hera, but so right now it's looking pretty good for Ninjembro at the 38-minute mark. But again, a lot of game to be played. But the next 10 minutes or so, insofar as what our runners decide to do, is going to be critical here.
Yeah. Ninjembro may actually scout Mire at this point because he has 2 medallions. He wants to know if he still needs to hunt for anything besides Flippers.
Right, and there's only 2 items in Mire anyways, so it's not, that big of an ask. I mean, especially once he gets Master Sword. Like, it's like, is it ideal? No, but,
one nice thing about this, we know we don't need to touch ice. We know we don't need to touch Ped.
Right.
Sorry, chat, Ped is dead.
Yeah. I can't remember the last time I did a race where...
We've gotten both items out of Skullwoods, so we know we don't need to touch Mothula.
Right. A lot of those, like, uncomfortable or not fun parts. It's like, we're just going to have all the good stuff here.
And now Ninjembro is officially go -1.
Right. Zaruvyen running along the top here of Dark World. Oh, Zaruvyen. Oh, didn't get the skip there with the bomb. I'm gonna try again.
Yeah, runners. I don't know if it's something about being live, but I've been seeing a lot of runners this tournament have trouble with the kern jump.
Yeah, I think, you know, everybody has their own settings. You're used to what you're used to, and even though there's not necessarily a delay, but I think it's just familiarity with your settings and that kind of stuff. You know, you're comfortable in your own environment.
Yeah.
So Ninjembro is gonna dip into Meyer here. 2 items. Where are my flippers?
And Ruby really needs to go to Eastern.
Yes. Well, that going to a second row of hearts is nice, but that isn't gonna move the needle here.
Yeah, so unbeknownst to Ruby, all of these checks we now know have to be worthless. I mean, we've seen most of them from Ninjembro anyway,
Right.
but we know Hobo's worthless.
Right.
I mean, I suppose Hobo could have silvers or something nice, but
Yeah.
nothing required.
Yeah. Yeah, the hobo in his past life was a vampire hunter.
Okay, there's one item out of Meyer.
Well, I didn't see, what was it?
10 bombs.
Oh, yeah.
The uncle bombs, if you will.
Yeah, all right. So nothing terrible, but oh dear. Okay. All right. So Ninjembro working on the lamps here.
Yeah, still need to find the big key of Meyer, so
Right. Yeah,
we'll be full clearing until we find that, which, you know, then you don't feel bad about clearing the dungeon, because even if you were go-moding it, you'd have to look through all this stuff to find the big key.
Yeah, that is kind of like the one equal. There it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now we probably skip cutscene chest.
Yeah, that's the last resort. You just pray that it isn't flippers.
Yeah, you just hope the second item shows up here.
There's item number. There's our another key. Another key.
Yeah.
So we got another. Oh.
So we've gotten all 3 keys, so it's 50-50 compass and second item.
Correct. Yeah.
And Zaruvyen finally going to Eastern, so he will get his hammer and his quake.
Right. The chat's asking if Ninjembro's ahead, and the short answer is yes, but if nothing leads out of these items, if nobody ends up with the flippers in one of these crystal dungeons, we could come down to an interesting end game here.
Yeah, like, you don't like seeing that ice rod. To be sure, we'd still need a fire rod to think about Trinex.
Right.
But it's possible that flippers are on Saha.
Yeah.
That's the worst place they could be at this point, because we've ruled out Lumberjack, we've ruled out Ped.
Right. And we'll see in about a minute or so, we're going to potentially rule out cutscene chest.
And lacking a fire rod, we've ruled out doing spooky action glitch in Meyer.
Right. He's got a blue potion.
Yeah, he does not have many arrows, so he has to be careful. He can't just fire arrows at the small eyeballs like you normally would.
Right.
Right, he didn't restock after Armos. That's basically what it came down to.
Yeah.
And here's Ruvy's hammer incoming. And
oh!
Go mode sub 44 minutes. Though we are looking at Master Sword Silverless. So everything is just on the path today.
Yeah.
That gives us 3 Go Mode dungeons.
Yeah, if I put it at 44, but yeah, that's basically, you know, I think that's like the second fastest jet I've ever seen.
Yeah, we asked for a jet seed. We're getting a jet seed.
Yeah, he's...
and Ninjembro also, this makes sense. You want a lot of blue goo if you're planning to do Master Sword Silverless.
Right.
But at least we have half magic. Actually, we don't have Fire Rod, so we'd have to do it with Lamp anyway.
Right, yeah.
So yeah, going to Go Mode Swamp now.
Yeah, and that's a good one to do right off the bat, because, like, yeah, this is going to be easy. No big key required. Zaruvyen gets the Quake and gets Crystal at 4501, but yeah, this...
So Ruvy's now at Go Mode -1, and if he just follows the Quake to Meyer.
Yeah, and we'll see if that ends up being the case.
But I'd definitely give Ninjembro the lead here since he is in Go Mode.
And Ninjembro, neither player's routing has been incorrect. I mean, nobody's really made an outright mistake here, but I think Ninjembro's routing is probably a little cleaner and a little more efficient here.
Yeah, chat talking about, yeah, maybe Ninjembro opens a few chests that are right along the way to try to get tempered or silvers.
Yeah, like you're in the neighborhood, you might as well knock out a couple of, you know, chests here and there.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe he draws lucky in GT and he has to open like 10 or 11 chests. But I mean, apart from that though, I mean, he's got red mail, he's got half magic, you know, got 2 bottles of blue goo. I mean...
Oh, and Zaruvyen's going to pod, so it's going to be a while before he gets Go Mode.
Yeah, and again, I can't fault him for this. It's a 5-item dungeon, full of density, you know.
Right, so Ninjembro being late to the flute actually helped him because his logical thing, once he got the flute, was to go activate it, which took him out of the area. And at that point, you're curious about, do you have Meyer Medallion?
Right.
When he did, of course, you go into Meyer.
That's not often you get to say that. You're late on the flute play, and like it turns out to be the correct choice.
Yeah.
I mean, at least, and there's
powder. That's a nice safety.
Yeah, no, there's a free 7 heart refill in GT if you need it,
or 14 in the pre-Moldorm room.
Right. Nothing in the waterfall chest.
Yeah, you actually kind of hope that Fire Rod shows up now, just because if you have to do Master Sword Silverless, you have half magic. It'll make the torches a lot easier.
Right. Although, as far as, you know, if you're up close, some I think find it a little easier with the lamp. But yeah. All right. So number 5 crystal coming up with Ninjembro taking on Argus.
Yeah, it's funny. We had early access to Pyramid Fairy and didn't need it.
All these things, you know, you think you need in the seed, and the seed's like, no, you don't need that.
Pyramid doesn't exist. Catfish doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Graveyard Ledge doesn't exist, I think.
Yeah. I think I had a seed last month where it's like Eastern and Pod did not exist. It's like,
well, TR and Ice don't exist.
Yeah, 4801 for Ninjembro. 5 crystals down.
Yeah, have we seen... I was looking to see if we found anything in Swamp, so I haven't been following what Zaruvyen is or isn't finding in Pod.
Nothing so far based on the tracker.
The question is, does he have the big key yet, or is Ninjembro going to have to go all the way to the back?
Given that, I'm going to say no.
So Ninjembro may have to nearly full clear Pod here.
Seems so.
So Zaruvyen isn't losing as much time, though he will still lose time.
Alright, we gotta give that greedy monkey his 110 rupees.
I mean, Big Key could easily be in Dark Maze.
Yeah. Or
Oh,
there.
or there.
Or
okay.
there. Or there. You know.
So that keeps Ninjembro out of Dark Maze, but he is going to have to do a chunk of the back.
Right.
So we'll see if Ruby finds anything in Dark Maze like Tempered or Silvers.
Yeah.
Or Fire Rod.
All valuable, but yeah, that just will speed up certain segments. There's $5.
Well, the other thing about Fire Rod is if the big key's in GT Compass Room, then you have to do all those annoying bomb jumps.
Right.
It's... Oh, hello, Silvers. Guess Ninjembro's not seeing those.
Seriously, buy it. Go and buy yourself a lottery ticket. My God. You're really getting good at this. Yeah, answer chat's question. Yeah, flippers were on Vidi. That was go mode for Ninjembro 6 minutes ago.
Did you find the Silvers in Palace of Darkness?
Well, Ninjembro, he's grinding through the dungeon pretty efficiently here. There's another key.
Yeah, I don't think the Silvers are enough to make up this time for Zaruvyen, but it did make things more interesting.
Certainly in Zaruvyen's case, it makes it less complicated. But yeah, right now, Ninjembro is playing in Go mode, and Hera will be trivial.
Yeah, I mean, not that Go mode Swamp takes that long, but Ruby first has to go through Mire.
Right. That's the problem.
And hopefully he doesn't go to cutscene, which we know is the compass.
Right.
So, big disappointment if he does.
Yeah. Alright, so... Yeah, chat fears this may not be enough, and perhaps not, but, it's... with these settings, like, it's all about execution. You have to do what you can, and you have to be consistent about it. Zaruvyen in a little trouble kind of setting up there. Now starting to get those hammer strikes in. I've noticed lately that some players like using bombs here, or at least getting things rolling with the bombs. Which, for me being, this is like more than 25 years ago. I thought that was the way you had 30 years ago. That's why I thought you had to do it with Harmless Hellway with bombs.
And Ninjembro going through Harmless Hellway and realizing, I mean, Harmless Hellway is faster than mirroring, but he realized he lost count of keys and didn't know it was just a key for a key. Yeah.
It's like Ninjembro, what are you doing there?
I guess he's feeling the pressure of having a jet seed.
Yeah, he's on his brain's on autopilot here. It's like, wait a minute.
So we'll definitely be in GT sub-hour unless something really strange happens.
Yeah. So Zaruvyen got its 5th crystal. That's 5204 even, but in terms of the overall end game, this is definitely looking like Ninjembro's to lose. But we'll see what happens here in the next 5 minutes as Ninjembro finishes off Pod. And see how long it takes Zaruvyen in Mire.
And for those of you who might be tuning in recently, one of the 2 outstanding swords is on Lumberjack, so we are not getting that one. So
no,
we don't know where the 4th is. Hopefully, it's on the way to GT Big Key.
Yeah, and given that, if it doesn't show up there again, I'm sure Ninjembro has no problems doing masterless silverless Ganon in this case, but try and get something if you can on the way.
Yeah, once again about flippers, they're on Vidi. Yeah. Ruby will get them.
Yeah, Zaruvyen, that's not in dispute. It's, will these amenities be enough to close the distance? And so far, looking doubtful. But
yeah, because that's Ninjembro's 6th.
Right.
And he just has Hera.
Right, the Hera will be last, so 53-57. And Hera, it's a rocket. He'll just, between bombs, hook shot, and then, yeah, that's an easy fight. 10 bombs.
Like, yeah, save and quit. Since we didn't beat Aga, we can just respawn an old man.
Wait, I thought he... I didn't think he scrolled over. Like, wait, hold on.
Now, I think the proper thing to do is to actually go to the east. Nope, we're going over this way.
No, yeah, this is the more direct route, yeah.
Oh, no, I was just thinking to go east, go into Dark World, and then mirror in front of GT and do Hera that way.
You could do it that way, yeah. I mean, it's a round of applause coming from the from the other side of this wall here.
I was just thinking in terms of that way you only have to portal. Well, I guess here portaling 3 times regardless.
Yeah, it is. There's the big key. It really matters, but
so then this is the faster way that ninjembro took.
I think so, yeah. Okay, gets the clip into the pot, Hera pot, and oh, he's like, I don't want no fairy. 5 hearts again with red mail, yeah, this is no problem. Zaruvyen did do the chest, I believe, so. Oh, and I forgot ninjembro had a hammer.
Yes, well, he wouldn't have gotten this far without the hammer.
Right. Yeah, true. 55-50. So.
And we just need to run over to TR, open the portal. Remember not to open TR.
Right.
Ruvy's routing in Mire, unfortunately, is costing him some time here.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. And in the meantime, it's that time again. We have 22 chests that have the big key in Ganon's Tower. One of them has it. Which one will it be? Chat, what is it going to be today? That was one off in the last one.
A lot of numbers in there.
Yeah, so we got a 15, 17, 14, 19, 8, 9, 1, 6, 3, 13, 21, 11. Tiles room.
And, of course, will Tempered Sword be on the way to GT Big?
Perhaps.
Will Ninjembro skip Compass Room and basically save it for last because that's really annoying without the Fire Rod?
Yeah. I said 19 in the morning race, and I was one off. It was 20, so I will say 16 today.
Assuming he skips Compass Room, I'm going to say 10.
10, all right.
Yeah, I like that bottom left in Rando Room, and if he doesn't go to Compass Room because he doesn't have the Fire Rod, that'll be 10.
Yeah. Chad asking where Silver's were. It was Dark Maze and Pod Dark Maze.
Yeah, and Ninjembro was in go mode, so he had no reason to go in there.
Yeah. All right. Well, again, this is going to make Vitreous trivial. Blue Cane, that's our first item, so.
Yeah. Oh, but Ninjembro is. He skipped Hope Room. Is he just doing Rando Rush? Or is he doing Dark Magician and is going to take all that time to go to Compass Room?
Maybe. 2, no, Magic Cape.
And there's Ruvy's go mode. No, Ninjembro's doing Rando Rush, or maybe just full left. I'm surprised he didn't do Hope Room first, at least get it out of the way, but okay, full left it is.
Yeah, and so it's 5, that's 6.
Yeah, I'm not used to that being 6.
I know, yeah. So almost 14-minute difference between go modes, but only a 1 crystal difference, and Swamp is the last one standing for Zaruvyen.
And it's not a bad dungeon to go mode.
No. Yeah, it's just going to take a little bit getting in because you got to come and do this back and forth song and dance. For 7 bombs. All right.
Time for Rando Room. I'll stick with my number 10, though, even though it's not going to be bottom left.
Never know. Let's find out. All right. Number 8. There it is.
Oh, it was in my favorite chest.
Of course.
It just was number 8. Okay.
10.
Did anyone say 8 in
I
here?
think so, yeah. I think we had an 8 in there. Phantom.
Yes, Phantom SVT.
Congratulations, Phantom SVT. You win a lifetime supply of Rando Seeds.
So this is truly a seed where the Fire Rod was unneeded and unfound.
Again, that's pretty rare. Nice distance shot there by ninjembro to take out the last Mimic. Ooh.
Didn't get the Specky clip.
No. Second try is successful.
Speaking of which, GG's to Specky Specs advancing to the semifinals as these two runners just calmed that match before doing this race.
Indeed, yes. A very successful day for Specky. Having raced twice and come out on top in both, you know, that's a lot. That's a lot of rando.
And meanwhile, that's the other side of the bracket. The winner of this race will face the winner of Jammo and Andy, which should be getting underway in about 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, it should be about 10 to 20 minutes from now. So I don't know what channel that's on, but you know, it's going to be a really good race for sure. 10 arrows. Well, that's actually not a bad thing, getting an arrow refill. Alright, so ninjembro takes care of the whiz robes in floor 5.
Yeah, it's not often you see Ice Rod Landmos, but again, no Fire Rod this seed.
Yeah, you see Ice Rod Landmos, but usually in the light world, not a GT.
Ninjembro's oh right, because we're gonna have to use the lamp for torches, so we don't need as much magic.
Right, it does require a bit of a change in strategy, though.
Right, you can't just run around and...
right.
Instead, we have to run very quickly, and we make it.
No, yeah, it's not that difficult, but it does require precise movement. The Phantom seems quite happy with the prize of a lifetime supply of Rando Seeds. So ninjembro is checking some of these final chests just to hope that, you know, red sword pops up.
Or for all he knows, silvers, though we know they won't pop up.
Right, one of the two. Burrito for Zaruvyen gets the final crystal at 1:02:12. So yeah, 6+ minutes. And that's not even counting going into GT. So yeah, he's probably closer to a 7-minute deficit at this point, with all the travel involved.
And Moldorm's last possession will be Ninjembro's last chance to get a tempered sword.
Yep. Does it land? And no, but it gets a little more love.
We haven't seen enough of those this seed.
Yeah, I know. It's like, there's got to at least definitely 3+ hearts worth.
But yeah, so this should be a sub 110 for Ninjembro, I would say.
I would think so, yeah. If his master silverless strats are on point, yeah, sub 110 seems very doable.
Yeah, I wonder if he knows the 2-in-1 for.
Oh, I'm sure.
Shaking his head because he didn't quite get the triple there, but still, nice double.
Ooh. that was a weird angle. This could be a good triple. 1, 2, oh, just a double, I think.
Yeah.
Double, single.
Had to have been, or else Aga would be down.
Right.
There we go. So 2-1, 2-1.
So double, single. So a 4-hit night against Aghanim. All right, to the finish. Zaruvyen working up toward. Now, ninjembro's like, yeah, should have handled that better, and you know.
But little does he know, he caught the jet much better than Zaruvyen did.
Yeah.
So he's got plenty of time to play with.
And with red mail, and you know, no. Oh, he has a magic cape, I believe. So that is.
Yeah.
What's he do? Oh, is he checking? Oh.
Oh, just in case we never saw Pyramid Ledge, if there was a sword there all this time.
Right. Okay, but he does have magic capes, so that will
Yeah.
alleviates some of his stress with phases 1 and 2.
Looks like he doesn't know the 2-in-1 strats,
Yeah,
which involves laying down a Samaria block so you don't have recoil.
right. Bless you. He got whacked in the face there by the. Oh, got whacked again by the pitchfork. That's twice.
This is when you appreciate red mail.
Right.
Okay, on to phase 2.
Oh, there's the fire rod.
That's what Ninjembro gets for skipping Hope Room. Actually, well, now Ruby can go Hope Right, which is actually going to take longer. But maybe there's a Tempered Sword in Compass Room. Who knows? That's just funny.
Ninjembro. Okay, he's through phase 2 now. And he's got the blue mail. He's got, okay, take.
Yeah, we've got a couple of blue goos here, as I recall.
Yeah,
or has he used all of them?
He's
by
got
now?
two. He's got 2. He had 2. He's used. That was the first one he used. He'll be fine.
Okay, I couldn't remember if he used one in like the climb. Oh, there's the mushroom. And the mirror shield.
Yeah.
Yay, mirror shield.
So, all right.
And now Ninjembro knows where he left the silvers. Gets the torch glitch.
Yep. So setting up. So 24 strikes now to take down Ganon. Hope for those triples.
Which is hard with the lamp.
Right.
Much easier with the fire rod.
Right. That's 3, 4. He's playing fairly safe here. He's not gonna do anything to jeopardize his position. You know, so long as Ganon doesn't like get in front like that. You know. Don't. Just play it out.
8. Just slow and steady, patience.
Yep.
Bit nerve-wracking because you don't know where your opponent is.
Right. Nice pump fake there by Ninjembro, getting the fire bat to kind of fly in front, and then he takes over.
And that's the halfway mark.
Yep. 15, 14. Oh no. Oh. Okay.
Okay, we might get a triple off of this. Yeah, you're afraid Ganon would knock him in?
Yeah, it's like, that was fairly tight. So,
Okay.
You saw an opportunity, but it's like
So
19.
19, yeah.
Okay. 20.
Could get a triple off of this.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good on the slot. Yep, that's a nice triple.
Okay. So this should do it.
Oh no. He's gonna have
okay, one more.
One more cycle.
Commentator's curse.
Yeah, it's all right. We were bound for one of those. And there it is.
Okay. And as long as he can cross this bridge, Ninjembro will advance to the semifinals for the second time in 3 years.
Very nice. Get out your GGs in chat. We got plenty coming in. And also to our lovely peanut gallery. Clocking in with an official time of 1:07:38. Very nicely done.
Well, we got the jet, and let's give the runners a couple minutes, and then hopefully we can get them down here for an interview.
Yeah.
Well, we got the jet seat on it.
107, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Not bad, honestly.
Oh, yeah. Pro, you need to move over one. The runners
Yeah, I know.
Runners go in the middle.
Right, your runner's in the middle.
And we've been doing it, runners in the middle. And we use which headsets?
I guess it doesn't matter.
I'll give you the one
I guess it doesn't matter.
well, I'll give you the one that wasn't touched by my ears, so
So how are you feeling?
I'm free! I'm not free. No!
Well, as we said, this is your second time in 3 years getting this far.
Yeah, I felt pretty good about it most of the seed. Like, there were small were there small pieces where I was just like,
Sorry.
Hi,
just
Solsky.
distracting eggplant. Yeah, you know.
no, I felt good most of the seed. Like, there wasn't really much that you do, especially in just kind of like that mid game, that like feels bad, even if you don't find something, because you're just doing everything that's just kind of like on the route, right? Like,
Yeah.
did I check Bombos?
Yes.
Okay.
You checked Bombos. you didn't have Master Sword at the time.
No, I read it, but
Yeah.
I was just like, did I actually check? Because I didn't mark it off my tracker.
Oh,
and I was like,
you
I'm pretty
did
sure I
check
read
it,
it, but
yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a piece of heart because everything was a piece of heart in
It
this
felt
seed.
like
If you
that for a
didn't
little
notice.
bit, but I mean, you're also getting all of your dungeons out of the way. So
Right.
Yeah.
it's not the worst thing in the world.
Right. That was I
Yeah.
wasn't going to go into Mire because you had like 0 safeties whatsoever, and then you get that Master Sword in Mire Shed, and I'm like, okay, I guess we can do Mire now.
So I had that for a while because I ended up saying, there's nothing else I can do on the mountain if I just go up now. So I'm just going to
Yeah.
go see what Mire is and check my Dark World map, and I get a sword.
Like the match I did this morning, Saha's Closet was the answer, but it was the timing. Is you got to Saha right away. You were much later.
Yeah, you basically got rewarded for being so late to flute. Was how it played
okay, I was
out.
gonna say, what was that Saha? The flute? Okay.
Yeah.
It was at
Be-
Saha,
because-
and that puts me in a kind of a bind because I'm starting to go and do more aggressive kind of routing decisions.
Right. But yeah, as it played out, that's how it ended up. Swing is your order. Right there was Thieves, Desert, Tower of Hera, and then Eastern, then Pod, and then ninjembro is Thieves, Desert, Eastern, Mire, Swamp.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you went to Saha after Eastern, and
Right.
at that point, it totally made sense to save and quit and activate the flute rather than to go into Pod.
Right.
Right.
And then, yeah, you go into Mire, and then, Vitreous is holding, go mode in the flippers for you, and then boom, you're at 44 minutes, and then now it's just a rock. Now you can rocket your way through the last 3 dungeons, and yeah.
I was really hoping I did not have to do right side bomb jump. GT.
You know, I think I mouthed some words you can't repeat on speed gaming. The moment I opened the fire rod, it's check 1.
Hope
check
room.
1.
Oh, Hope Room.
It's,
Wow.
in,
Yeah.
it's in Hope Room.
Yeah.
The first thing I want to know is
Fire
is
rod
there any-
and
is it-
small key.
Oh yeah,
my
and then,
gosh. That situation is the one time I am not a Hope Room router. I was just like full left.
oh no, I'm Hope left every time until you give me fire rod and 1 key.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, that was the getting those flippers. I was just like,
You should have seen my face
Oh.
when I got the flippers. I'm like, I'm like, it's just for me, it's linear because I'm last locating Eastern. You get the hammer, I make the call on 50-50. You get Quake. Now you're going to Mire after Pod because you have to clear Pod too because you're in the area.
Yeah.
And then you're going to Mire with no safeties. I have silvers at least.
Right.
And
oh yeah,
then,
because they were in Pod. Yeah.
right.
Dark maze.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, because
then
I
you
guess
you
that's the
go-
only thing I didn't do in Pod, right? It's the
Pretty
maze.
much, yeah.
Oh.
Based on the.
Oh, you were MSS.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
based on the routing.
And
yeah,
no fire rods, so like I was just doing doubles.
Yeah.
Occasional triple.
Awful.
Based on the routing, yeah, because you did all the stuff up front, then you went into the back, but you went, to the right side first rather than, yeah.
Yep. Whew.
So
That was
That was a
intense.
seed.
These have all been kind of intense, haven't they?
a fine assessment. That was a seed.
Did you find a third sword?
No, I know one on Lumberjack.
Yeah.
We both know
Yeah.
that one. And then
So
after
really
that,
it
it's
was
just
the
like,
fourth.
You kind of figure you're not getting another sword
No.
if you see one that in a place you're never going.
I opened I opened chest on the way, and I did the. I went down and looked at the pyramid before
Oh,
falling
you
into
actually
GT.
did. I was thinking of doing that. I was thinking I don't need to do that. I have silvers. I mean, I was definitely thinking I definitely don't need to do that. I have silvers, and the game gave me a cape.
Yes,
Did
the
you pick
cape
up
was
Burnham?
nice.
Like, oh my god, it's
I did not.
Okay, so you got the cape too.
Because it's not useful during the Ganon fight.
With the Master Sword.
with
No,
Master Sword,
but, you
yeah.
know.
Cape was useful for you in phase 2.
Oh, yeah.
Just to kind of, because you had two bottles of blue goo and you used one of them, and then then from there, it
You
was
just go. Sorry.
no, yeah. So, but it was in terms of technical play and precision, like no major errors, I would say, from either of you. It was very clean, very efficient. It just came down to the order,
the routing, yeah.
order of operation.
Ruby's like, hold on, what did you forget?
Did you
this?
forget me leaving the purple chest on K45?
Eh,
I mean, that's where things started to unravel. I'm like, well, now I need to do something to make up for never
Well,
doing that.
a minor fault. No, like there were no deaths. There were no bad fights or anything. Like it was. Yeah, purple chest. If that's the worst that we saw tonight, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like with when you get to like these higher levels, it's like it's not so much like what you do, it's when you do it. It's like that's kind of the ironic thing. It's like you can do everything correctly and still end up losing.
Yeah.
All it takes is one check in a different order, and it can turn
Exactly.
a seat upside down.
You definitely see it. I think at the higher levels of Link to the Past Rando, it's like the order of what you do is more important than what you do or what you do.
Yeah. Yeah, and you certainly got lucky with the 50-50s in Eastern and Meyer.
I've been doing that all week, and it's paid out every time but one. So, I mean, you might make a new man out of me yet.
The one in Eastern, I was just like, I still have so much ahead of me. Like, I'm just doing this. The one in Meyer, I was just like, I really hope there's the second item on the boss. And, like, not only was it the second item, it was go mode.
Right. Yeah, and so it played out. Hera was, I believe, the same thing.
Because you get my arrow on old one.
Right, you're right. You're right. But the Arrow of Destiny. I saw your reaction there.
Hey, better than going in the basement.
To get the arrow?
Yeah.
No one's going into that
I
basement.
forget the context, but like I actually got the single arrow in my race earlier, like in a chest, and before finding any other arrows, I actually like used it on something. Like it was actually relevant that I found the single arrow and like was able to use it before getting any more.
I mean, the other night, Ikir was about to go up GT with 7 arrows, and he pulls the single arrow up before he finds the big key. Bang, there you go.
GG's again.
Yeah,
right,
GG's. Good to play against you. Good luck.
All right, good luck to you in the semifinals.
And
Yeah, I
we
think-
do have Andy in the back. Andy, do you know if your match is in here or a different stage? It's here. Okay.
I guess we better get out of his way.
So it looks like Andy and
Big room for
Jammo. Yeah, it looks like we've got Andy and Jammo up here next. Winner to face ninjembro tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
So stick around for that match.
Yes, indeed.
It's a good one.
GG's again.
GG's.
GG's, thank you.
Thank you all. Appreciate it.